And we are live here. Everyone, let me get the link copy over. Anyway, we are live here, everyone. Welcome on in, everyone, to WAOF1 Thursday Division here. And we're in the Hungary for this week, this time round, as we're in round number 15 of the season. Not many rounds left to go for... Oh. There we go. Well, I kind of like have my phone in the background with my laptop anyway. So anyway, that's not enough. Oh, good. Enough with my... Or less of my phone. Anyway, there we go. Welcome on in. Hungary, 14 turns, 8 to the right and 6 to the left on this track. And this track is specifically known as, has produced most first-time winners, race winners in real life, including Jensen Button won his first race here. Esteban Ocon, Heikki Kovalainen, Fernando Alonso, Damon Hill, and the most recent maiden race winner, which is Oscar Piastri here. So, it's around 4.3 kilometer long track, 2.27 mile long track here. So, this is and it held its first race in 1986. So nearly coming into 40 years going when this year's race is going to take place here. So we're going to look through the drivers and the constructors for this week. It's only a point separated between the two championship protagonists in Kelsey and Gupta here. Both of them separated by a point. Kelsey is on 367 compared to Gupta, who's on 366 here. With McLaren's leading the constructors wise by 16 points ahead of the Alpine team. So the P3 race is close the gap to the leaders at the moment. The Haas team is only 92 points away from the leaders here in the constructors. How are we, Bucko? I'm all good. Bucko, what about yourself? There, my man. We found Davidosi week, apart from Paddy's Day, which is pretty much drink most of the Guinnesses. Oh, speaking of Guinnesses, what do you call it? The Phuket, I'm going off topic from Hungary into the same city, Budapest, which is held this year's Champions League final, which is, in fact, the Joy Park Stadium, I like to call it. If you know, you know. The Hatchery Hero Joy Park. Anyway, last week is a fixed setup race, which Kelsey did won the race after he set clear of the rest of the field, with Gupta finishing in P2 and Tulu in P3. Speaking of Tulu, he got a 5-second time penalty, but he's receive for the incident he was involved with Pralos, which doesn't affect his race finishing position on that one. So that's pretty much it from the assured side of things. Good to hear. And yeah, not bad. Ingu hopes until the end of Q. Hopefully you get out of Q1 there into Q2, mate. Hopefully I don't jinx that. Not 9 times out of 10, I will jinx it without a shadow of a doubt. Anyway, we got 19 drivers in here. And hello, Mr. Hilly, how are we there? Hopefully, spectacular weekend. No, week. Why did I say weekend? The weekend is coming up, Dylan. My goodness me. What Joy Days? You're on track. Oh my days. There's a Hilly out on track. I know Hilly out on track too. Well, hopefully you don't outbreak yourself into the bars there, my man. That's all I gotta say. If you know, you know. Sorry, Hilly, had to bring that one up. It was me and Robbie was in the commentary box at that time. There in Singapore. Sorry, I had to bring that one up. Anyway. So, we have a try quali. Good to see that. And going to this race, so looking through my race notes here. The last 2 races, which is in Australia and China, 2 different pole sitters were taken by Toby and Gupta. Toby come from got pole in China, and Gupta in Australia with the fixed setups here. Don't think... Yeah, Toby's in here. That's good to see. And a couple of reserves we have in here. So Hilly is one of them. Thanks, Hilly, for in the chat there. And we got a returning Fatty, the South African driver, who is making a return for this run here. So I think that is Bobo in... Where Bobo at? In the RB for this one. Making a return for this season as well. And we got a new name in on the grid for this evening. For it is in the Aston, my former team for this season and last season. It is Raza Gamer. So welcome in, Raza. Hopefully you have a good race for yourself here. So may as well kick things off. Thankfully no fixed setup. Thanks, praise the Lord. And we start off with Steersy to kick things off in the Mercedes as we go through turn number 1. The heavy braking some of turn 1. Second gear, short shift up to third. Through the exit. Oh, mind the traction. But he's still going to set the time here. The turn 1 is easily losing on the traction. Depends on the traction, right? That is fast right-hander of turn 3. Going into fast left through turn 4 as he invalidates his run. That is a McLaren out on track, which is Kev's first one, followed by Carsu. May as well go through Carsu. May as well go through Kev first, as he's first of the 2 McLarens here. As he going through 6 and 7 chicane, we go before going to turn number 8. The left-hander before turn number 9. This is fast 10 and 11. Here, bit lifted through there for Kev. Here, now turn 12 before going to the penultimate corner. Use a bit of overtake going to the penultimate turn. Bit deep through there. Now, as they're going through the final corner, keep it third gear. Let's see how you do for Kev as he started things off at 18.6 and followed by Cassie done a 15.2. Thanks for comment. Have a nice day. And Tilly done a good time of 16.0 to start things off for himself. That is medium. That is Toby. Letting Buckle go by here. I think Hayes is waiting there. JSS invalidate his run. Tyler is not on his hot lap. In fact, he is. He's on a hot lap there, going through the middle sector off the track. Here, Watson is 17.7 there. Let me get the tires up for you because Q1, most of people here are going to either use hard, mediums for first stint, then go on to softs at it later on in this session here. Fatty going through penultimate turn before going into the final turn. We go fourth gear through there as he going to start things off with a 16.7 here for Fatty as he is making his return here this evening. Kev will go for it again. That is an RB on. Keep Bocos around. Thankfully he's a 5 Toby there. Toby would be a massive fright here with a spinning Bocco. Oh, that is a Red Bull. That is movement here. So Toby, you got to. I think movement taking an excursion for the penultimate turn. Hence why he's gone the other way round there. JSS next one to cross the line. May as well go with Raza here as he just started up his flying run, making his debut for this season. Here, Carson retires. Oh, of course he retired. It's Carson retired, but here. JSS P3 at the moment in the Mercedes. Let's see what can Raza can do. Making first time out. Tyler P4 for the Williams team. Right. As he going through the chicane here. We go bit missed a bit deep through first part of the chicane, but he got through there. No, going through 10 through 11 here. We see, oh no! That's near a carbon copy of what Buckle did a few moments ago. And he lost the rear there. He most likely going to set a lap time here. Karma is closely followed here. So Raza is not happy with that half spin moment. Steersy going to try this again. I think on scrub run because he did invalidate the first time round. I think he's using no assist there. Correct me if I'm wrong there, folks. That's what I heard in the chat. It's P6 for Steersy here. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks, who's in the chat. Good to 53.5 through the middle sector. Let's see how you take through the final corner. He's gone fastest by 300 of a second. That's right, them to the championship to attacking us. Into the 15s we go as your fastest times here. That is good stuff indeed. Hayes got an improvement through her hard runs. This is pretty much movement Hayes and Watson is doing. They're doing race practice for first couple of runs. This is interesting because you may use another set of hard tires if I'm not mistaken during the race. There is yellows. That is a Red Bull of no wait, that's an RB. That's Bobo. No, that's not Bobo. Who's in the other RB? That's Karma. Oh, that's Carmen Retreat. Sorry, Bobo. There. Let's see Bobo making his return here this evening after a couple of appearances early on in the season. So let's see what he can do for this run here. Let's see how he takes turn 4. We go 27.1 for good first sector. He goes going through the left-hander of turn 5. Now into turn number 6 through 7. Here, oh, he's attacking the curbs here through the chicane. As he going through 8 and 9 there, going through 10 through 11. Mind the weirs, it might heat up the weirs. 54.0 there. Good, decent middle sector. He would be in the 15s if I'm not mistaken, but he got a Haas in front of him. Thankfully moves out of the way for him, but he created dirty air. If it going on to steer through there. Cross the line, P3 for Bobo there for the RB driver who's reserving for this evening. Raza is on the soft tyres here. Let's see how it goes for himself. There, Buckle 17.0. Movement is going out on the soft tyres now. Trying to up Halfers to just start up his runs here. That is RB of Bobo, letting Raza go through here. 27.1. That good first sector. As they going through the middle there. Third gear before into the chicane. Now going through 8 and 9, going through turn 10 through 11 there. He had to lift through there. He's near around the same time frame as Bobo there. I find Bobo is quicker in the middle sector. Them two is pretty much similar in terms of like sector times there. Let's see how Raza can do as he going across the line. What time is it going to be for Raza? He's P5 at the moment with a 16.143. He's only nearly a tenth behind as Halfer backed off from this one. So movement going through in the middle sector. He's nearly 7 tenths up from his medium runs from the beginning of the session here. So through the penultimate turn before going to the final turn, he used most of the battery going through them two turns, cross the line for movement, and it is P6 for the Red Bull driver. Good enough for him at the moment to make it out in Q2. Steersy on the flying run there, and Fatty's fault suit here. Where is Jeffy not there? He's in the chicane there at the moment there. So we continue on with Steersy as he going through the final sector, and we go on to Fatty after this run's concluded. There's yellow, that's where Fatty is at, but let's see how he can Steersy do. P4. He's just under a tenth ahead. No, 10th behind Bobo. And Fatty invalidated his run, so he will be going for it again. Jeffy not into P14 at the moment. He's trying this lot again. Raza retires in the pits. So the call-off time is 17.5. Jeffy is around through the exit of turn 1 here, and he let Halford go through, to be fair to him, and he's gone right. I'm so sorry, Jeffy. And he retiring. No, what you call him? He was beach onto the curve. Couldn't get it out. There. I think I've seen JSS gone up to 16.0 7-1 there. Hilly he's gone back into pits. He realised he's safely through with that run. So now, welcome on in, folks. Welcome on in. For anyone joining us, so, Fatty is not happy with this one. He may have to go out again just in case with that one. With Halford yet to go, and same with Watson. Watson only using the hard tyres early on in this session, so he will be going back out onto the soft tyres. Just under 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session, and Halford just started up his run here. So Stacey safely through with that time with a 15.851 for the Mercedes driver. Turn 2 for Halford, going into turn 3. We go. Now downhill, then up the hill again for Halford. He's near around the same time as Bobo and Stacey through the first sector. There, he needed to get his time to set on the board for the Ferrari driver. There, he's attacking the curbs, going through the middle sector off the track, going through 9 onto turn 10 through 11. We go. This sliding through turn 11, but he's around the same time frame as Bobo and Stacey as they're going through the final sector. Third gear on entry. Now keep your car nicely rotated, going through the final turn. Fourth gear as Halford, reigning champion, cross the line. P6 for the Ferrari driver. That should be safely through to the next part of qualifying here. Bucko is back out on track. Watson going back out onto the soft tyres here, making his first attempt on the soft compound tyres. We got Cameron Reduce to start up his run here. And where is Bucko? Bucko is further on ahead. He's 210 up through the middle sector. Here for the Kick Sauber. He's makes it out. I think he's gone into Q2 here 5 times. Can he make his 6th appearance into Q2? That's a comfortable one for Buckle. P10 for Buckle. Good enough time at the moment. Meanwhile, Watson nearly the same time frame as Bobo and Stacey as he's gone up to P9 for the Williams driver. Let's see, Carmen Reduced back out on track here. Hayes out on track, so does Tyler as well. Toby could be out of qualifying altogether. Carmen Reduced, next one to cross the line. He's not making it out of Q1 and he's out of qualifying. Meanwhile, Jeffy Knott, Kev and Goomba are the only one to try knocked out Toby here. Hayes at the moment. So he's only inside the drop zone by 300 of a second from Toby, but comfortable margin between herself and Karma here. Penultimate turn for Hayes as he's going through the final turn. 4th gear on entry. Let's see how she do as she's going across the line for Hayes. P4. That's the well good enough for to make it through to Q2 here. Tyler Bucko is back into the pits here. Tyler just started up his run here. Watson, I think he's going for it again just in case. Here, Karma is out. Let's see, can any other drivers make it out of try and make it out of Q1 into Q2? Jeffy invalidate his run. Kev currently on the hot lap there. Let's Goomba P17 for the Ferrari driver. Kev He's 210 down. I think that would be it for Kev. So let's see what Jeffy would have done. He would have been in P17 with that time if he didn't validate this run. Let's see what Kev can do as he going through the final turn. Cross the line, he stays where he at. That is it for Q1. Ladies and gentlemen. Two championship protagonists, nothing to separate between P1 and P2. The rest of the grid is closely fought. Will it be closely fought into Q2? We soon find out later on down the line. That's your Q1 sorted. Here, folks, as we got a timer. Here, don't know what reason, and we don't have a classification. Anyway, so we got Kasi and Gupta in P1 fastest at the moment, and we lost Kev, Goomba, Jeffy. Who was it? Jeffy? Who's the last one? Chat? Because I don't have a final classification from Q1. Fantastic game. Absolutely brilliant. Jeffy, Kev, Goomba. Maybe you're right on my though, it's just barking. My goodness me, everything is going according to plan. Anyway, Q2 here. Sorry if I misremember anything. Can you get if anyone in the chat, can you give me who's the last person who got knocked out from Q1 there? Please and thank you. Q2 just started. Toby reckon he was impeded during his run, which we did see, but it's not on purpose in fairness for the driver he was around there. So he's got pretty much unlucky, but he's just making out for to Q2 for himself here. So let's see. Hopefully no impediment for Toby for this qualifying Q2 session for the Kick Sauber driver. So let's see how it does through here. I will put up a prediction in the prediction for pole after this qualifying session here. So Ryanair, if you're listening, don't place your challenge points on one driver or certain driver there. Unlike last time, it was happened to be that the case. Anyway, Toby will start things off for Q2 session. As he's going through turn 3. We go on up the hill to turn 4. 27.0 for the Kick Sauber. Middle sector, turn 5, which it definitely makes or breaks your time here for your lap here. As they're going through in the middle sector, we go a bit sliding through the rear. We go for Toby as he going through the fast left and right handers. We go bit wide, but it just makes it within the track limits here for Toby. Bit of lock up for turn 12 here as he going through penultimate turn, as he going through the final turn. Fourth gear on entry. What time is it going to be for Toby? Let's see how he does. Cross the line. 16.3 to start things off here for. That is Hayes. No, not Hayes. Fatty. As he's closely followed by a Williams driver of Watson. I think Watson is not best pleased if he's going for it actual run, which he was. As Carsey, thank you very much. He's going into the pits and retire, and he said, "Thank you very much. I'll take my place in Q3." So let's see. Hayes is on her run there. As Moomin go up to P4 with a 16.6. Tyler 16.695 here. As JSS next one to cross the line. P2 for himself for the Mercedes driver. Good stuff indeed for the Mercedes here. Now Hayes next one to cross the line. Before is Toby going back into the pits here. As Hayes P4 for her with a 16.198. This is closely fought. Outside car seat. This is a closely contested grid. In fairness for the grid itself. I think Steersy going back into the pits there. So Gupta, last week pole sitter. Can he make it back-to-back pole position here this week? Here, as they're going through turn 3 before going up the hill to turn number 4. There, 26.9. That's a quick first sector here for the Alpine driver. As they're going through turn 5 before going to turn 6 through 7. There, tacking in the curbs for the Alpine. As they're going through the middle sector. There, use of plenty of overtake going through 10 through 11. He come for a spin here. The rears can't even handle it, and he's gone for a spin. It looked like too aggressive onto going into the turn, and his rears can't even take it. Halford is the next one to set his lap here. As Gupta have set his time with a 19.0 there. Not ideal situation for Gupta. Meanwhile, Halford was attacking the curb on the exit especially. Lost a couple of tenths there. If he had to correct the car. And Gupta said, whoops. Yep, we all seen it. We all seen it, Gupta. As Bobo, he's got a Red Bull ahead of him, thankfully move out of the way. That is Hilly on his outlap. That's not ideal for the Racing Bull driver who we're serving this evening. No, oh dear. He's going sneak a bit of slipstream going through turn 4, going through 5 for Bobo. As he going through turn 6 through 7, attacking it here, going through 7 onto turn. Well, this is turn 9 actually, Dylan. So get your facts right. Into turn 11 we go. 53.9 there, not 59. My goodness me. As he going through the penultimate turn for the RB driver, going into the final turn. What time is it going to be for Bobo? He should use all his overtake to cross the line into the 15.816 for the Racing Bull driver. I think that was a 10th off on his previous in Q1, if I'm not mistaken there, folks. Halford P6 and P9 with a 16.862 there. Tyler just on his run there. Hilly just started his run. And Toby invalidates his run. So we go with Tyler for this one. As Hilly is closely followed him. So let's see his middle sector do for the Williams driver. We've seen the multiple spinners going through turn 11. It seemed to be the rears can't even take overheating through turn 11, which is most of the spins cause, I think it was. And I think it would be a case during the race as Tyler go up to P7 at the moment. Hilly not happy with this run here. Going back into the pits for the Red Bull driver who we're serving this evening. Moving next one to cross the line here. So let's see how you do through the final couple of turns here. And going through the final turn, what kind of movement can do? Cross the line, he is P3 at the moment with a 15.961. So it is definitely closely contested here, folks. So Gupta is out on track, but he's got a Mercedes just ahead of him. That is Steersy just ahead of him. That is not an ideal situation. I think Gupta had to be sensible, and we see Toby go up to P4 at the moment there. So Steersy went on ahead. Gupta just about to start his lap here, so we keep an eye on Gupta here because he's running a risk of missing out to Q3 altogether for himself here. Let me have a look on the what you call it, comps notes. Don't think he make it out in Q2, be knocked out in Q2 at the moment for this season for Gupta. But he's a quarter of 3/10 of a tenth quicker than his previous. Steers here backed out. Going into, oh, he's attacking the curbs again. Going through the middle sector. As he going through turn 10 through 11 for the Alpine driver. As he going through there. 2.6, that's because of he went for a spin through turn 11. That's why he's gone much quicker than his previous. Let's see how he does through the final sector, going through the final corner for Gupta. Let's see how he does. Cross the line for the Alpine. He's going quicker by 0.3 of a second. That is good stuff for the Alpine driver. So we got seriously trying his luck again. So he had to correct through turn 1 there. Now on to turn, as he approached turn 2 there. Halford is on a fast lap. Yes, he is. He's on a fast lap. He's nearly on par with Carsey is at. His first lap was unscrubbed for definite. And let's see how he does through the final corner. P3 for Halford from the reigning champion. For himself, JSS. Next one to cross the line for the Mercedes. P4 for the Mercedes driver. What about his teammate? As they're going through the middle sector, he's got Gupta ahead of him. And thankfully move out of the way for him. 54.3 through the middle sector. As he approached the final couple of turns here. Third gear on entry, going into turn number 14, which is the final corner. And let's see what he can do. Cross the line for Steersy, P9. Is that makes him through to the next part of qualifying? We should find out on that one. Buckle is next one to cross the line. Decent middle sector in fairness from Buckle. Can he get into the 15? We shouldn't find out on that one. Let's see, final corner. And the time is going to be for Bocco, P11. He's not mixed it through to the next part of qualifying. He just under the 10th on Steersy, who just recently set a lap here. So we got JSS on his end lap. Steersy invalidate his run. Hayes about to start her lap. So let's do it. Hayes will start things off for the final runs of Q2 here. I think that is a Red Bull. No, that is the RB, in fact, of Bobo. We didn't go. That's annoying with yellow flags here. Like, can we not show how long is left to this session after how many yellow flags we do need? Because I do know there's yellow flags for cars moving out of the way, and also, oh, minutes ago, Bobo is back out on track here, and he should start his final run here. Unless someone on his area say, no, Bobo, you're safely through with that one. Halfer safely through with his run with 15.430. Hayes going through the penultimate turn, going to the final turn here, looking for her 7 Q3 appearance here. I see going across the line, P4. That's definitely 7 Q3 appearance of the season for her. And my goodness me, we got back into the pits action. Raza invalidates his run. Fatty is currently on his run. Watson also his run. Bocco is back into the pits here. Haley just had to make sure he going to make it through to the next part of qualifying here, as he going through the final turn. Let's see, can he do from the Red Bull P4 here? He's only a 10th off from Haley there. No, Halford there. My goodness me, I have a brain fart. Fatty next one to cross the line for the Haas driver. Let's see what Fatty can do. P13, he's out of qualifying here. Watson, he might make it out to going to Q2, 3 here, as he's going across the line. P7 for himself. Tyler invalidates his run. That is it for Q2 here. Bobo, you're safely through. You invalidate, thankfully. And he will be, oh, he will be close to Toby here. But Bocco would happily take P12, absolutely. P12 to start on. Good result from Bocco here. But he was getting close to Q3 appearance, his first Q3 appearance of the season. But it's still progress, my man, progress. Oh, Tyler we're snuck into P10 here. I think he will be in between Moomin and Toby. Were you? Anyway, classification for Q2. Thankfully, no blackout screens anyway. So good to fastest out of Q2 here, folks, with car C in P2 at the moment here. Steersy, Bocco, Tyler, Fatty and Raza are out of qualifying. Tyler, you would be 15.929. Yep, you will be P9. That would be put Toby out of qualifying here, but that's the way the cookie crumbles here. Q3. Battle for pole position here. Toby got pole. No, since I've been on comms, surprisingly, Carsey not on pole. So Carsey, can he get first pole since I've been back on comms? There. That's the question. And also, let me get something up here, folks. Give me a couple of seconds here. Let me see. Ah, yes. Start prediction. Gupta. Make it 10. Right. Pole position vote is now, predictions now up here, folks. So if you want to risk my channel points, feel free to go for it. Because, like, as we start off queue number 3, Toby to start things off for his run here as he going through turn 1 before going as he going through turn number 2. We go third gear on entry as he going approach turn number 3, the fast right hander going down the hill, then back up the hill for turn 4. We go before going into turn 5. There. Let's see how he takes the chicane part. Let's see how he deal with the middle sector. A bit hesitant on the turn in fairness. As he going through turn 11. Here 54. That is scrub run if I'm not mistaken. Here folks. So, as he going through the penultimate turn, before going to the final turn, he's been sliding through the penultimate turn, going to the final turn. Time you're going before Toby, it is a 16.8 to start things off. Watson, invalidate his run. That is a Red Bull of... Is that a Red Bull of Hilly? Hilly to start off his run, in fact, folks. I think it is what movement next one to cross the line here. Halford gone fastest here, folks, with a 15.3 to 8 at the moment. Movement Rider next one to cross the line. It is a 16.5. JSS, the sole Mercedes drivers here in Q3, P2 at the moment. Carsey doing back-to-back runs here. I think that is Gupta doing his scrub run here. Yellows, that is for movement, letting the cars out of the way. Let's see what can Gupta going to do through the penultimate turn as he going to enter the final turn. Let's see what he can do. Cross the line for Gupta. He's gone fastest with a 15.205 here. Now Carsey. Let's see how you do. 26.7. Quick, very quick first sector here from the McLaren driver. As he going through in the middle sector, he's attacking through the chicane as his P4 for her is 16.111. Oh my god, it's something like Illuminati. As Carsey 53.2 as he going through in the middle, entering the final sector. We go. Let's see how it goes for Carsey as he going through there. As he going across the line. He's gone faster with a 14.771 here, folks. So, I may have it. Hopefully I have it a bit earlier, but no. So, that's your first run's done, apart from Bobo, who's currently on a lap here. He's just under the 10th off through the first sector. He's only 2 times up through the middle sector, in fairness to Bobo. Can he makes it in around the Carsey range, into the 14s for the RB driver. It's downshift to first, short shift to fourth. And let's see what Bobo can do. Cross the line. P2 for Bobo. Good lap indeed from the RB driver who's reserving this evening here. Thankfully, Dobie is entering the track, but Bobo just completed. We got Watson, we got Toby on their outlets. I see a Mercedes of JSS back out on track again. So Carsey is on low fuel mode as he trundled his way back into the pits. Just over 5 minutes to go of this qualifying session here. As he let the RB go through, that is Bobo. Let's see, Watson is starting up his run. Let's see how he do as he going through turn number 1 here. Third gear on entry as he mind the traction going through exit off 1 into number 2, turn number 2. Third gear, short shift to 4th. Now, through turn 3 we go down the hill, then up the hill. We go 27.1 through. He's gone wide and he invalidated his run. As Toby got pole position in China. Can he get pole position this time round in Hungary? It was a mixed condition for Toby, he got it right. But it is a dry track this time round in Hungary. As he going through turn 2, through 3 we go. No. As he going through turn number 4. He's just over 3. He's 3/10 of a second up through the first sector as he going through the middle sector. JSS would be follow suit here, folks, as he going through the middle sector. This is make or break your lap here. Depends who you go by. He's 9/10, nearly a second up through the middle sector. Lock up through the weirs for Toby as he going through the penultimate turn through. As he going through the final turn, we go for the Kick Sauber driver. Does he have enough fuel to go for it again? Yes, he does. He's got up to P5 at the moment. There, JSX, next one to cross the line for the Mercedes. Cross the line, he is P5, beat Toby here. As Halford, but to start his lap from the reigning champion. Gupta, Bobo and Carsey are rated out for best possible track condition ever possible here. So that's what they're going to do here. Halford is the first one to set from the top 4 to set us off their way. As he gone just under his 10th up through the first sector. He's near around the same time as Carsey through the first sector. Middle sector. This is what I said, makes or break your lap time. As he going, keep it in 4th gear. Oh, he's gone wide. Invalidates his run. Does he have enough fuel to go for it again? Yes, he does. But does he got enough time to go around it if he possible do it? Cassie back out on track again. Haley's just started up his run here. And moving about to complete his run. From the two Red Bulls. Hayes just started her lap. Is JSS going for it? Again, Toby's started his lap here. Moving. Going into the 15s with a 15.991. Haley, 7/10 quicker than his previous as he going through the penultimate turn. As he bit sliding through the penultimate turn. As he going through the final turn. Time is going to be for Haley. It is a P4 with a 15.283. Where is Hayes of all this? She's approaching Carsey here. Thankfully Carsey moved out of the way. She's just over half a second quicker than her previous. With the top three have yet to start their final runs. Let's see what can Hayes can do. Going through the final turn as JSS retires in the pits. P5 for Hayes here. Good lap indeed from the Haas driver. Cassie's to start his lap here. Gupta's also started his lap. So we go first one out on track from the top three. Watson in between. Watson in start to his lap, and Bobo also started his. Just a third of a tenth up through the first sector for Carsey here. As where is Gupta? He's 3/10 up through the first sector. Both of them are through the first sector. Where is Bobo? Couldn't get the first sector split. We go. Now Carsey, as he going through the middle sector. As he does it nicely. 3/10 up through the middle sector. As Gupta 4/10 up. That would be. So Carsey, he was 3/10 up. 0.4 would do it here as he through the final turn. Carsey going across the line to get into professional pole with a 14.3. Gupta not too far behind. Bobo invalidate his run. And that is it for qualifying. And he will be into the 14s here. Halford, last one to cross the line for the Ferrari driver. He's on it just a slip bit up, but that is it for qualifying here, folks. That is it for qualifying. Wowee! What a lap by Carsey. Someone giving an F1 eSport contract anytime soon. My goodness me. So Carsey will start from pole. From Gupta, who starts from P2. Bobo will start from P3 with Hilly start from P4. Hayes P5 with Halford in P6. JSS starts P7 with Toby rounds out the fourth row of the grid. P8. Watson P9 and Moomin rounds out your top 10 here, folks. That is it. Wowee, what a qualifying session we had here. Just a tenth and a half separate the two championship protagonists here. So as we got a dry race, it is great qualifying from Robbie. Yes, indeed, it is a great qualifying session here, folks. 9 o'clock, the race will start. I will be back in just a bit here, folks. So, I'll see you a couple of minutes time. We are back here, folks, with a couple of minutes to spare. Anyway, so what I call, as I said, great qualifying from everyone here. So now in the race, what are you thinking on strategy wise? Is it a one-stop or is it a two-stop race? Like, that's the question we all want to know there during the course of the race. This track is known to be like tire temps overheating, especially on the rears here. So evening, Ryan, how are we there? Hopefully you don't spend my challenge points on cars here. Anyway, unlike last time. No, I'm only joking. Welcome on in, Ryan. Welcome on in. So, anyway, the question is it a one-stop viable on this track? Or is it a two-stop? Is the fastest way possible on this track? And thankfully, drivers are able to select their tire strategy. Oh my goodness me. Well, apart from last week, everyone starts on hards. My goodness me. Anyway. No, drivers elect their starting tires and the rest of the tire strategies here, folks. So, unlike last time out, everyone will start on hards according to the fixed setup. So, yeah, take note. Hey, if you're doing a wildcard in any other leagues, take note if you're using fixed setups here. Formation lap is on. Everyone on the medians, apart from Goomba and Kev, is all started on the hards. Goomba and Kev on the hards. So, anyway. Carsey is looking for his 10th race win of the season. I think that was 12th pole position of the season for himself. So he's pretty much a qualifying king for himself there during the whole course of this league altogether. Let's run through the order, shall we? Kasi starts from pole, his 12th of the season. Gupta starts from P2. Bobo and Hilly both round out the second row in P3 and P4. Hayes P5, Halford P6, JSS P7, Toby P8, Watson P9 and Moomin in P10. Steersy P11, Buckle P12, Tyler P13, Fatty P14, Raza P15, Karma P16, Goomba P17, Jeffrey P18 and Kev rounding us off on at the back of the grid in P19. Perfect timing, boys, and we about to start this race, shall we? As we weigh up for the rest of the cars, which is Kev here. Oh, let me get my telemetry off, thank you, and lap data. Oops. Here we go. First light, second light, third light, fourth light, and the fifth light. Lights out, away we go. It's a decent getaway from Gupta, and Bobo got a lightly start off the line here. That's a Haas of Hayes. Bobo got a great start off the line. So does Gupta, and Gupta and Bobo going side by side into turn 2. We go. Kasi got dropped down to P3 altogether as Bobo goes looking for a switcheroo into turn 3. Not quite what at the moment. Kasi dropped down to P3 altogether as he going through the first sector. We go. That is Toby and Halford. Toby had a look on the outside. We go at the moment here. Get the interval back up and running there, folks. As moving is getting close to that kicksalver. Toby going squarely on the exit of the chicane here as he going through the middle sector for the very first time. This is pretty much a dirty air dry with it. Be mindful of the tyre temps all around. With Raza up to P12 from P15 up the grid. A good start indeed. Seriously, going up the inside. Not quite. As Raza closed the door on him. As that is the kicksalver. Buckle going to try on the inside. But Fatty going to try round the outside. We go. The two hard runners, Goomba and drop down to P18, and Kev there. So lap 1 completed. Gupta leads from Bobo in P2 at the moment. Meanwhile, further on down, that is JSS who's gone squarely. Raza up to P10, folks. Making his debut as Steersy and JSS going side by side. Steersy got through off the Mercedes, no, his teammate actually, up to P12 of the race here. No, he's getting close to Kasi here at the moment here. Is Kasi struggling on something, or it's just a dirty air interfere at the moment here? So it seemed to be Gupta leading away comfortably. Thankfully he got Bobo in between him and Kasi here at this very moment of the race here. We got position changes. We go. Kasi lost 2 position. JSS lost 6 as Gupta going to try break the toe. Raza is up 5 position here, folks, as Bobo going takes the lead of the race here as Gupta looking for a switcheroo. Oops, sorry. Gupta looking for a switcheroo. Not quite, as Gupta had to settle down for P2 at the moment here from P2 in the championship here. Hayes look very quick here on the early stage of the race here, folks. So he could be one to watch out during the course of a race. Hopefully I don't spoke too soon. As per. as good. Bobo look very comfortable. There's yellows. That is Cameron reduced. He's gone round at the exit of turn 5. Hopefully, he get back out quickly as possible. Yes, he can. Thankfully, he does. No, Toby is getting close to. Meanwhile, that's another yellows. That is Tyler or Fatty. Fatty's gone round. That was coming from turn 11. It was. I think he must have come. Tyler must have gone round, and unfortunately for Fatty, he's got collected out of that spinner as Watson going up the inside of Raza, and Watson got the job done for P9 off the race. Raza is going up the inside of the Williams here, and he's got the job done, or he may as well defend it. He's up 6th position from P15 off the grid, making it a stormer of a start here. Asgupta, Bobo looks very comfortable out in front here, as Gupta is trying to keep up with him at the moment. Hayes is very quick at this part of the race. She might be, at this stage, she might be quicker than Carsey and Gupta. That's pretty much my hot take of the night. As Toby, Halford, everyone is in the DRS train from P1 down to P11 here. Is Gupta got the DRS? Yes, he does, for the time being. He seems to be struggling here on the dealing with the dirty air, especially on the middle sector of the track here. As Toby up the inside of Halford. Halford is fighting back here. Could be as Halford accept defeat on that one. That is yellows. That is for Karma here, as he's must have gone for a spin here on pit entry. Oh, or going through the final turn actually. My goodness me, you know, the turn numbers. Right, I know where the pit entry and where the turn is at. Anyhow, wait, good. Bobo is looking very quick, and he's trying to break the DRS train from Gupta from P2 off the race. Gupta could be running at risk of losing the DRS to try fend off his championship rival here as he going through final turn here. Right, is one stop doable, or a 2-stop? May have to look at it as we entering the pit stop phase for the 2-stop race here, if people want to go on to it. Toby is 2 seconds off on Haley. Haley is continuing on here into the top 5 train here, the lead train I mean. Meanwhile, that is Tyler and Jeffina was going side by side. Jeffina is going to try holding around the outside here, as Tyler going to try, as Jeffy got the thing that looked like well defended, but he got the well defended from Jeffy here. Good battling from them two at the moment, as them two might go at it next time round, unless if I see the arrows changes as per. Now, as we're about to start lap number 7 of a race here, it's pretty much flown by here, as Carsey is just managing his pace at the moment, not too fast on try to get Gupta as much at the moment here. He's just managing his pace at this far here. Same with Gupta, he's just managing the pace at this very moment here, as we have a look on back down to the midfield pack here. Raza is getting close to, as oh, that's moving. Moomin's going to take a excursion here from turn 1. Lost it on the traction here. And unfortunately for Moomin, he went into the barriers. Unfortunately, his bad luck is continuing on. Unfortunately, so now Rasa needs to catch up to Halfer here, because Halfer is still within the DRS second range of Toby here, as he got in there. So that is so unfortunate for Moomin here. He's letting cars go by, in fairness to him. No, top 5 is still managing to pace very well at this rate here. I think this race is not over for Moomin here. The 2-stop is doable, but he pretty much needs a safety car to try get himself back into this race all round here. So as I think Raza just outside the DRS range, outside the second range of Halfer here. Halfer is getting close here, not quite. As they going through turn 5 we go against Toby here. This is pretty much closest battle on track here, apart from Carlson and Gupta here, in terms of where the track position here. Raza's he's a little quick through the middle sector at this far of a race. So we could keep an eye on people who try to do a 2-stop race here, as I don't think the top 5 are going in anytime soon, as we got a pit lane action here. Adam Halford going for a 2-stop race. He's going to try to undercut Toby if he's doing a 2-stop race here. He's going on to the hard compound tyres, and he's probably hoping to get ahead of Kev here. And it's probably be Kev back out ahead of Adam Halfer here. But it will be for a couple of seconds is a difference here. So what can Toby here can do in response to that? Will he try to do a 1-stop race? Try nullify his 2-stop race altogether. That's something the drivers in the lead train to think about as well. Don't forget, as we're about to approach lap number 10 of this race, this far, no one is entering the pit lane so far from the lead train. Here, up on the midfield pack, leading by Toby Gaming here. No one is entering the pit lane there. So Adam Halfer is on the back of that McLaren. He's not quite. As Kev gone deep, as he's going to try around the outside. Tyler's entered the pits. As he's going to try around the outside. Through the final turn. Got the DRS for good measure. And he takes P15 of the race. What about Kevin respond? But I think he would be better to let him by. A lovely move from Ryan in the chat here. Absolutely a lovely move around the outside. You never think it's like going to make it done, but Halford can do it. Get it to done. Now his next target is his teammate Goomba here, as meanwhile Gupta is losing just outside the second range here to Bobo here. Bobo is leading the way from lap number 3, I think it was, or 4, if I correct me if I'm wrong there. Haley dropping outside the second range. He could be not get DRS on this lap altogether here. No, he doesn't. Toby sent to the pits. You see the front left here. Let me get the front left taking the most of a wear for Toby here, which is, if you're using the controller, that would be most wear there. Another set of medium tires here. That's yellow's car. That is Movement's gone round again. From turn 11 this time. Looked like the tire temps it was again, so more bad luck for Movement as well. Halford takes P12 off the race here, as more yellow as that is for Cameron Reduce here, as Stacey is on the back of Watson here. I think Watson try fend off as Movement retires in the pits. Unlucky Movement there, as Rasa is leading them train the cars here, as I think no one at the moment. Steersy is getting close here, but he's gone squarely on the apex of the final turn, as I think that is Halford. Is he going to try to do it around the outside? No, unfortunately no, but he will go for it up the inside. Takes P11. Thank you very much. Toby will get the job done. That's looked like a final corner to me. It gets it done. If so, please send it on in. It's like it seemed like a lovely move around the inside, I think, or switchback, if I'm not mistaken. Karma, turn 11 this time. Unfortunately, here he tried to do a one-stop race, but unfortunately, the lead train is catching up towards Karma here, as they about to lap him. Unfortunately, Haley is doing well here. Is he try to do a one-stop race? Look at his front left tire as well. You see the impact of that tire as well here, folks, on them medium compound tires, as Steersy is taking the same effect as well. Nothing to separate between them three at the moment. There's Steersy up the inside, and he's got the job done for P7 of the race. Bit squirrely moment from Watson here, but Steersy like, nah, take no chances here, boys. I will get the position done, and he takes P7 of the race. That is Watson into the wall. Oh! Safety car is out. Oh! Oh my days, safety car is out. So that's pretty much it for one stoppers, in fact, because of that. That's pretty much you could see everyone is lining up into the pit lane from the lead train. Yes, they are. They're going into the pit lane for a cheap pit stop here, folks. And Hilly, thank God I did a pit on that one. And he's entered the pits for this one. Hard tires for Carsey here. And there's soon to be hard tires for the rest of the drivers here around him. So Halver's pitted. I think that is Karma who's going to try on lap himself, in fairness, but he's unfortunately Toby staying out on them set of medium compound tires. Are able to get ahead of Steersy here. Or was Steersy ahead? No, it wasn't. The game inside Toby was ahead of Steersy. Fatty is into the pits here. So, my goodness me. Oh, let's delay the face cam reaction if it came up, but thankfully I did got that reactions cam on my side, thankfully, of that one. Anyway, that would be Halford going to lose the position to Toby here. Thankfully for Halford, he got another set of hard tyres that should make it to the end of this race. If you were to oblige, that is Toby. He got a 10-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flag. Oh, that's not fair. He's just entering the pits game. Unless they've like seen something we not seen. But I've seen like an unfair pen. And he's serving a 10-second time penalty. Oh dear. And he's going back out onto the hard compound tyres. He will be back out where Fatty is in P17. Where is Cameron Reduce? Funny enough. He's in between. Oh. He's in between the Aston and the Red Bull there, folks. So in case you're wondering where Cameron is at, he's in between the Red Bull and the Aston here. So as a safety car will be in this lap, folks. And Brett Mylander is at let me get my coffee break back into me. And let's get back to racing here. Bobo will lead us off here to start lap number 16 of the race to restart here in Hungary all together. The man who's leading the way since he overtook Gupta here, that is Cameron Matthews. He got a driver penalty. Oh dear. And we go back green once again. Thankfully, Cameron is back into the pits, and we go back racing here as Cassie is going. Look on the inside. He's diving on the inside for Gupta here. This championship rival here, as he got the job done for P2 of the race. As Gupta going to drive around the outside here, looking for the switch route here. Going to turn 2. Now into 3 here. Not quite, but he's getting close to Cassie here. Cassie is close to Bobo here. Not quite, as everyone is in single file. As that is Halford and Buckle going side by side. Halford got put through on Buckle for P9 here, as Raza is getting close to Hilly here. Raza, who started from P15 of the race, making his way up to P6. Now Gupta is up. Oh, it's on. Oh, over the back of that McLaren here. Now DRS will be enabled at the end of lap number 17 here. This is started lap 17, but DRS is not enabled at the moment here. Now Let's see what can the drivers do as Raza going up the inside of Hilly, going side by side into turn number 2 here as Raza going to try right on the outside here. Hilly's fighting it over turn 2 as Hilly's back through turn 2. Raza up to P5 off of the race as he's next target. Hilly got 3 seconds for good measure as Raza looking at the inside of Hayes here, but Hayes not enough alongside her. No. Let's see how it pans out for Raza. He's up 10 position, folks. Seriously, have a look on the inside. Contact it was, and Hilly and JSS have got through of Seriously here. As I think that, oh, that's not fair. Here on Hilly. That's pretty much added insult to injury here for Hilly as he's fighting over Halford here. As meanwhile, we're missing the lead of the action. Bobo and Cars are going side by side into turn 2. Here as Carsey takes the lead of the race for the very first time. Meanwhile, this is a car, about 7 car drain here as Bobo losing 2 position here as I can't keep an eye on everything. My goodness me. Buckle is going to try around the outside of Seriously here. As same with Halford. As Buckle going to try hold it on the outside here. Delano can't keep it. But oh, contact. This is Jeffy contact and it's going by his boat to go through. As Toby going up the inside. Jeffy now is gone off here. I can't keep up here right inside that round. My goodness me. This is chaotic. As Toby is going for on Fatty here. And them two going side by side into the main straight here. As Halford and Buckle. Halford got through here. As I think that's Toby got through. As Goomba going to try fight over against Fatty here for P14 of the race here. So I'm not. My goodness me. Watson got a 3-second time penalty for track limit warnings at this far of the race here. As Toby is closing on it. As he's got the inside contact, it was. Watson is going to take an escape route here. As Toby got 3 seconds. Again. Seriously, game. That's twice happened during this race. One, Hilly was contacted by the other car a couple laps before it. And now Watson must have got illegal. Both Hilly and Watson got illegal overtake from the game. But that's illegal. That's like. That's pretty much not fair on the drivers. Like, if they got contact from the other driver there, it's not like nothing they can do about it. There. Imagine it's so much. Yeah, it's like. As Watson closing in on Fatty here, going through the chicane here. As top 5 is pretty much settled out. I'm pretty much settled out after the chaos it was happening from lap 18 it was here, folks. As it hopefully is like more settled within the next few laps here in the commentary box. Lap 21, Bobo, Gupta and Carsey still going at it for the lead of the race here. Bobo is closing on in for P3 of the race to try maintain the gap. Hayes is doing a spectacular race all round from her. I think she was starting from P5 of the race, but the way she handled it during the whole race, she doing a spectacular job to managing her pace. Hopefully I don't jinx her, but it's like at this very moment she could be in line of a podium if one of them three make a mistake here, as Rasa looks set to outside the second range of Hayes, unfortunately for him. Now, at this far of the race, now JSS and Steersy look set to battle out for P7 out on track here, as Steersy looking to get a better off the traction here, as Hayes got, oh no, let me get her back in again, folks, if I do have her. If I do, just a double check here, folks. Sorry about that. Let me double check for you. It is. Did it go through? Cameron Juice retires here, unfortunately. No. Is it just Hayes? Correct me if I'm wrong in chat here. Hopefully she get back into this race all around there, as Gupta is closing on in on the championship leader here, as Carsey going held on for his race lead ever so slightly, as there's battles at the background there. Buckles got by Toby, and the inter-team battles here. Watson got by Tyler here. So we're looking at top 3 battle here. Let me check on first stage. Okay. Let me do. Is it? Can't see if I. It says Hayes here. It's at the moment here, the top 3 is going to gap ever so slightly here. Right, yellow set to 3. That is Tyler retires in the pits here. Now, Let me get one more time for his. Sorry, folks. I look through. Hayes, if you're listening, you look through my stream. Just a double check here, folks. No, because Hayes finally joined. Again, I do apologise, folks. To try to get the driver back in here once again. Hilly is going up the inside here as Raza going to try to hold it around the outside. Going to turn 2. We go. As Hilly, Raza has got through of Hilly for P4 of the race. No. Anyway, the top 3 battle is still going at it. Top 4 battle for P4 is starting to heat up with Halford and JSS is pretty much close together at the moment. Here, now we're back into the action. Thank God. Here, as we got pretty much close battle all together. Raza is fighting for P4 of the race here. As Hilly is looking to get better off the traction here. As Gupta is closing on in of Carsey here. As Gupta is not quite close at the moment here. No. Raza as Hayes able to get by Toby here. Side by side. There was contact and more contact. As both of them, they're still going at it. Hayes is off the inside. There was contact. Hayes, as there was more contact. Oh, the interlock rails, that know what to be saying. As Hayes, as both of them, oh no. As Hayes, as I think that's Bocco's gone round. Bocco's round here. I think he came together of that whole thing. Anyway, we about to start lap number 28 of the race here. As Halford started to slowly catch up to the top 4 train here, with JSS follow suit, going to here. No, Haley is close in on Raza. Raza is like, is he not quite whatsoever? And it pretty much could be round 2 for Toby and Hayes for this one here. I think that battle is that fight is not over yet. Here, no, Steersy is over the back of Hilly here, going through in the middle sector on track here. As going through turn 11 here, I think everyone is in single file. Here come Halford entering the fold, and so does JSS as well. That's pretty much a closer battle on track here, folks. At this far, any lead changes at the moment? Not quite. Any midfield battles here? As Steersy going to drive the inside, then the outside like your jiggy jig. As I think, Steersy going to try up the inside, going through turn 1. As Hilly going to try hold it right on the outside. As going to try it, not quite. Meanwhile, Toby and Hayes still going at it as Hayes got round into the barrier. She goes. Oh dear. As she got helping. That's Jeffy not there. I think Hayes race. I do apologize. No. We got lap 20. Let's see. Gupta is closing on in. He's trying. Oh, he's going to try up the inside against Carsey here. As if there was a bit of contact. Robin said never going to end well. It's always going to end in tears. In fairness, Robin. As there was a bit of contact between the leaders here, as Gupta going to try a dummy of Carsey here. Like, try to go around the outside, then switch it back to the inside. As Hayes retires into the pits here. So now we are in the closing stages of this race. No, seriously, is he have a look on the inside? Not quite for against Helly. There, Halford is in P5 position here, folks. So at the moment, but if he try to get up to P4, he needed to overtake 2 cars ahead of him, thick and fast here. So that kind of his race goes at this far. Now Watson is over the back of Toby here going, and Watson up the inside, got the move done for P9 of the race. So Gupta and Carsey and Gupta is Sparrow and Hamilton and Verstappen. Absolutely. No bias in the commentary box here. Absolutely no bias in the commentary box. Points separated going to this round. Gupta is still in the chance of a race win to regain his championship lead. Or is it Carsey to extend his championship lead here? Or will it be Bobo looking for his race win to spoil the parties of them two? Bobo is still in the chance of a race win here, folks, so don't forget about that. Now, at this very moment, Haley's closing in on that Aston Martin, and he's going up the inside of Raza, going to try hold it on the inside, but now going to be on the outside. Raza got better off the traction than the Red Bull, as got a well defended on that one. He pretty much make it a widest car possible. No wonder he's pretty much on. No wonder he's in Alonso's car. That must be what you call it. Alonso giving his car like, make it the widest car possible for yourself. Anyway, back to the action, and we got Carsey and Gupta going at it once again for the lead of the race here, with Bobo closely follow suit. As here we go, it's not, he's too far back on this occasion. I think on the battery situation, if you have a look at them two, Carsey got a more beneficial on the battery compared to Gupta here, and Bobo could get the job done if he wants to, but he's pretty much playing the patient game in the third car of this straight, folks. So as Toby try to get right in the outside, please report that to the shirts there, Hayes. I think I got a couple of them, to be fair, but please report to the shirts there, Hayes. So I can't. Okay. So at this far, actually, and the whole game like back. No way. Sorry. Oh, no way, Hayes. That's no way. As Toby's entered the pits. So, at this far, and also I'm sorry for what do you call it, put you back into the lobby quickly as possibly could, to be fair, Hayes. So I do apologise, I could get you in quickly as possible there. So anyway, last 3 laps, it's about to start the penultimate lap of this race here. We got a couple of battles here for P4 of the race here. Adam Halford got by Stacey here as he's trying to get by Hilly as quickly as possible for P4 of the race from the reigning champion. As we start the penultimate lap of this race, Bobo looks close on the Alpine going to the main straight here, as Gupta look close as well going to turn number 1 here. No, it's Bobo not quite whatsoever. Has he got a better of the traction compared to 2? As he looked better of the traction than Gupta, but not on Carsey here. Going to, as Halford is getting close to Hilly here. As we going through 2, 3, we go. No. As Halford is close, not quite at the moment here. Then 3 is going at for the race win. So we're looking at Carsey extending his lead to his championship. Gupta to regain his championship lead. He's gone squarely through the turn 12. Not an ideal situation. Bobo looking to spoil the party of the 2 championship protagonists. As we start the final lap of this race here. The story of a race here. Gupta leads the way from the first lap up to first lap number 3 or 4. Then Bobo up the farthest safety car leads the way up the farthest safety car here. And when that safety car restart hits, and it starts the Carsey show. Carsey pretty much leading the way from the safety car restart, and is on course to get himself a 10th race win of the season here. But is it the last chance to lose if he got close for Gupta? I think it's going to be too little too late. Or Bobo, not quite. As yellow that is for Kick Sauber here. It would be Carsey going across the penultimate turn for one last time, and he's on to extend his championship lead. And his Kasi takes home the Hungarian Grand Prix. Gupta comes home in P2 with Bobo finishing in P3. And what a debut from Raza, starting from P15 all the way up to P4 in the Aston Martin. A well-deserved P4 for himself. Hilly P5 with Alden Alfred P6, Steersy P7, JSS P8, and we got Watson finishing in P9. Fat T-Row comes on in P11 here with Jeffy comes on in P11 here. Well, that was a mental, absolutely. I don't know why Hungarian Grand Prix are always mental races here. Bocco comes on in Gumpa's P12, Bocco P13. Joby P14 and Kev rounds out our grid for this evening. My goodness me, I need a drink. And also I couldn't even keep up. Hashtag rush. I ruined my last lap out of turn 1. Should have been P11 or 12. Unlucky Bocco. You managed the pace very well, in fairness, Bocco, to be fair to you. So, anyway, we make our way to the final classification here, folks. Kasi comes home as your race winner, takes home the Hungarian Grand Prix with Gupta comes home in P2. Bobo takes home P3 with Raza in P4 with a spectacular debut from P15 up to P4. Hilly P5 with Halford in P6, Steersy P7, JSS P8, Watson P9 and Fatty rounds out our top 10. Jeffy P11, Gumba P12, Buckle P13, Toby P14 and Kev in P15. We lost Hayes, Tyler, Karma and Moomin. There we go. Safety car restart was a bit ballsy, although I wasn't planning on being side by side. Well, you got it in amongst of the action, in fairness. So that's the thing. Anyway, so fortunately, don't do interviews because like Discord and my PS don't go together. My goodness me. Hopefully, do that at some point once I get the new laptop. Shorty. Anyway, so thank you all who are jumping onto the stream. It is much appreciated here. And next time out, let me have a look on the calendar here, folks. It is Sandford next week here, so that will be hopefully going to be a good one here. Until then, so I'm back racing on Sunday, so hopefully much. Yeah, well. Anyway, until then, Brian will be back on the commentary box again. So until then, it is good night and God bless. Take it easy and peace.